AskReddit by Teed Soda. What's one thing you would never pay the cheaper option for? I've learned this recently, shoes. PLS, tell me more because I'm like 2 months overdue on purchasing new shoes. Mine have tears and literally zero support at this point. Keep meaning to get a new pair. I also go on long walk daily and I'm out a lot, so I really am being a fucking idiot right now. Work boots. I spend 50+ hours a week in muddy uneven terrain and must have dry comfortable feet. Same here. Electrician working 50+ hours a week. Comfortable boots are so important. Desk chair. Got a good ergonomic breathable one. It's an absolute game changer. The cheap ones that try to be massive director chairs with all that padding that ends up flattening after a year are not worth it, and as it degrades progressively you don't really notice until you get a good one. For people thinking about upgrading, check out Crandall Office Furniture or any other reputable refurbished or remanufactured top tier chair company. They are still expensive, but much more affordable for the same excellent quality. My husband used to complain daily about back pain from working at home. I got him a Steelcase V2 for about half off. It was so good, like tampon commercial frolicking in white shorts good. He immediately got himself a second one for gaming. They look like any other desk chair, but holy hell the difference is crazy. It's been about 2 years, and that shit is still perfect. Trash bags. Once you have one rip on you, you'll never want to cheap out again. Contractor bags really are that bitch. Safety equipment. Stairs in OSHA. Work boots shoes. 100%. In the trades for 20 years, a majority wearing cheap Walmart boots. Finally pulled the trigger on a pair of Thorogood 7 years ago and it was life changing. Computer power supply. Came here to say this. If you get a cheapo SU from an unheard of brand, please do your research. If you are new to the world of PC hardware and are building a computer, it could take your whole system with it if the SU fails, and in even worse situations start an electrical fire. A bed. You spend 1/3 of your life sleeping, and without a good night's rest, the day is pretty much shit. The average mattress is good for around 10 years, so when you break down the cost over that length of time, it's always worth spending more upfront. Even after 10 years it works like a charm. Parachute. For sale. Parachute. Used once, never opened. Plunger. It's the difference between $8 and $12, $15. Used a cheap one once and it was not a great experience. Make sure you get one for the sink and one for the toilet, they are different designs. Tattoos. They're gonna be there forever, after all. Good tattoos and cheap tattoos and good. Ashita tattoos for reference. Shoes. Very important for foot health and safety. Same. That's why I have one pair of shoes for a year now. I'm not doing well lately, LMAO. Toilet paper. Is there anything worse than having it tear in the middle of wiping, especially in a public restroom? I would say brakes for your car. On a related note, tires. Menstrual products. The cheap pads make me shiver. Fire extinguishers. Bras. I didn't realize the importance until I worked for Igby and Amp, Peller out of England. I still have their bras from 25 years ago and Amp, they look brand new. Tattoos, piercings, anything like that. Mattresses. Food. Definitely the tattoo. Everyone who asks me if I tried to get the price down just doesn't get it. It's art and it is done permanently on your body. Unless it is in a place that is almost always covered by clothing, and even you want that to look the absolute best. If that means spending $100 more for someone with more experience, then do it. A wise man once told me, never get cheap on cheese. Some of the best advice I ever received. Yep. You end up using a lot less of the expensive cheese because it's way more flavorful. So not only better taste, but also healthier. That rolling sticky thingy to get lint off. I have two ATM, an off-brand and the premium stuff. The off-brand has been driving me crazy all day. I think I would rather have cat hair everywhere than to deal with it. Lint roller. Everything that can kill me if it doesn't work as intended. Agreed. I bought a cheap nebulizer for my asthma cause I didn't think I needed a better one. It stopped working randomly one day after having it for about 3 months, and I needed a treatment badly. I had to go to the hospital. Backpack. I'm an adult and I carry a backpack with me all the time. One that is comfortable and durable is a must. I dunno, I bought a random $25 backpack on Amazon like 6 years ago and it still looks the same and is comfortable and well organized, etc. Car seats. My hobbies. I don't fill my house with useless crap I don't need. Instead I spend up on the things that make me happy, such as my golf clubs, gaming PC, and sim racing rig. Go all in on your happiness. Don't waste money on things you don't care about or things to impress other people. I have like $180 in dice. Zero regrets. Condoms. Actually, there are laws on contraceptives. Each condom has to meet a specific standard or you're not allowed to sell it. That means the cheapest condom you can get will perform perfectly fine. With the expensive ones, you're just paying for the brand and the feel. Sushi. Headphones. For how much I love music. Aluminum foil. First house bought some store banned stuff. Pure shit. Anything that goes between you and the ground. Shits, beds, tires, chairs you spend a lot of time in. These things can have long-term benefits if you have good quality equipment, or conversely can have negative effects long-term if you cheap out. Cooking ingredients. It just leads to shittier food. I was going to say cooking oils, but you summed it up better. Pots and pans. After I got the first seasoning done on my cast iron pan, I knew I would never buy another Teflon pan again. The cast iron is better non-stick and it lasts a lifetime. And it's so much cheaper than a high-end non-stick pan. Laser eye surgery. I got a Gruppen for my LASIK for $3k. I obviously researched the company beforehand and saw good reviews, so I took the plunge. That was 10 years ago and my vision is still 20/20. No regrets. Escorts. Just trust me. Fords, what can you say? Q-tips. The name brand and way more fluffier and easier on your ears. The knockoff brand just feels like sticks. The cotton also comes off in your ear. No thank you. Over time I've empirically gathered knowledge in what is worth spending more money on and what isn't. In general, things that I use frequently I want to work reliably. I don't want things to make my life any harder. Quality soaps and detergents, especially dishwasher, are huge in making sure your dishes come out clean. Quality razors. I recently switched to safety razors. Make shaving less painful and more consistent. Sleep equipment, mattress and pillows are probably the most important thing anyone should spend money on. You spend 1/3 or more of your life asleep, and the quality of that sleep time affects the remainder of your waking life. Tires. They're a key point of keeping you safe on the road. Never understand people driving powerful cars and buying the cheapest tire available. Anything that separates you from the ground, tires, shoes, bed, chair, couch, etc. anything to do with safety, like parachutes or ropes. Also things that are expensive in itself. I'd rather pay more once than pay a bit less, yet still a lot, often. Dishwashing liquid. Dawn. Dawn is the answer to many things. Hot dogs. The difference between bargain hot dogs and premium hot dogs is like the difference between dog shit and ice cream. Doritos. Generic, do not taste the same, I don't care what people say. I like Aldi, and so many of their brand of things are just as good as or better than the name brands, like Aldi Takis are better than the real ones, but the Doritos just miss the mark. Haven't found anything anywhere that's as good as the name brand. Most foodstuffs I'll cheap out on, but never tomatoes. Your regular, mass-produced, gas-ripened tomatoes taste of, well, nothing. They are just red blobs of water. Now, vine-ripened cherry tomatoes that are sold still on the vine. That's nature's candy. I can pop so many of those bad boys in my mouth. Well worth the extra pound symbol. Wait, what? Gas-ripened tomatoes? Wow. Till. I live in Africa. Our tomatoes just kinda grow. I currently have about 7 plants growing in the flower beds that the birds deposited for me. Airline tickets. No thank you forever to Spirit Airlines. If you set your expectations before flying a budget airline, they aren't bad. Spirit is the only airline that flies direct from my city to Los Angeles first thing in the morning. I have lounge access with my Amex, so I always load up my backpack with snacks and the 5-hour flight is nothing. I guess if you have a bad back or something you want a larger seat, but I'm young enough to make it work. Maybe I'm lucky, but I've never had a Spirit Frontier, etc. flight be delayed. My worst experiences have been with Southwest. They've literally paid me thousands of dollars for all their mess ups. Cat food. That shit is hardly regulated. My feline friend deserves better. Also toilet paper. Ain't fun picking off dry toilet paper pieces. Cat litter. Nothing more dreadful than cat poo from cheap food dropped into dusty, cheap litter. Mattress. Pillow. Water filter. Buy the good stuff. It makes a huge difference. Eggs and meat. We vote with our money. I choose to spend more money to support less corrupt brands that aren't feeding their animals garbage and cramming 200 chickens into a tiny building never to see light. It's inhumane, and I would rather go broke buying the more ethical options. Long ago, instead of going full vegetarian, I decided to buy only the expensive animal products and just buy less of it. Feels good to support local farms, local butchers, and farmers who actually care about their livestock. I believe you can really taste the difference, too, especially eggs and chickens. When I do eat meat now, it's more special and intentional. Toilet paper. Coat. Garbage bags. It's worth the extra $1 to not have them split open when you carry them out. Climbing equipment. Coffee. Expensive coffee is a splurge, but whenever I do, my soul is happy.